Before we get into the main topic, I just want to say that my last video of being 38 is indeed my last video throughout this year to be talking about 38. However, this video that I'm currently recording is still technically being recorded while I am still my last few days of 38. And this last few days of 38 video will be published and released on my 39th secular birthday on Sunday, July 21st, 2024. With all that said, let's get back into the main topic. Okay, here's some financial advice that I think is really going to help assist you in moving forward in all of your goals, aspirations, everything that you're working on in life for yourself. Okay, now this is my audience is primarily men, and women don't know how to deal with money. So hopefully you can take into account how you as a man can use this financial money advice to help you in your future and into everything that you want to do all in life. With that said, it's something that my mom, I wasn't even aware about it. I was not even aware about it until about a year and a half ago or so. I mean, I don't know all the other money terms, mutual funds, 401k, I don't know what any of that stuff means. But the one thing that I know that could really work by my mom letting me know that it exists, and I really wish I knew that it existed way longer than now, but it's better than better late than never to learn about something that could help you, even though it would have been wonderful to have it known much before, years before all this. And that is called, what you need to use is a certificate of a CD, or also known as, the CD is called a certificate of deposit. But there's just a few, here's one stipulation though. In order to have a certificate of deposit, which is going to help you in your bank account a whole lot, is you need to have at least a minimum of $1,000. So if you have earned, or have saved at least $1,000 and you put it into a special CD, certificate of deposit account. Oh, before I get too far into that part, years ago in my bank accounts, I would have interest come in the pennies of interest in my older accounts from years ago. What the hell can you do with pennies in the 21st century? What good is pennies as interest of your accounts? But that's where this CD, certificate of deposit, comes in. So, why? Because instead of pennies, you get way more interest in a much more beneficial and useful way. It's a terrific, huge, and fantastic thing on how these CDs work. The only other thing is that there is some unpredictability about it, in that the Fed, whatever the Fed is, flexibly, it's not really flexible, but the Fed chooses the Fed chooses when they change the ways of how the interests work from day to day, from month to month. But hopefully, if with your financial advisor you put it in just the right way, in just the right accounts, that money will be saved up for you to use years down the road. And that's where it comes into the next caveat, which is, after the having to be 1,000, is that when you put in that 1,000 or more to make a CD to make more interest with your monies, you need to realize that you cannot take it out that first year or so. You have to let it sit to remain collecting the whole year. So if there's money that you need right away, that you need in less than a year, I would keep that more of a freedom pin money if you have to use money on something in less than a year. But if you're able to save it past a year for something where you don't have to worry, and have plenty enough money to where the money in the that it could go past years to gain way more interest, and every few months and every year or so, it doesn't stop. You can renew each one that you have of them. I have X amount of CDs that are basically the best lifeline ever, because without CDs, I'd be pretty screwed with money, and you probably already are pretty screwed with money. That's why I need to tell you, if you have at least 1,000 or more, you can get these CDs running, and it's going to be one of the most helpful, one of the most, I'm not good with so many words, but I highly highly beneficial, highly recommend that you can start a CD as soon as possible. If you have $1,000 or more, just know that for it to work, you can't take it out in less than a year. So if you are able to be in more than a year, do it. Otherwise, have money ready for stuff you need to do in less of a year. So I mentioned the feds, I mentioned the $1,000, I mentioned you can't take it out right away, I mentioned how the penny thing was BS years ago for interest, and this is the only, and again, I don't know other financial terms, but I thank God my mother taught me about CDs, because I think they're one of the most things in life to help people when it comes to money financial type terms and goals. So I am going to conclude this current video. I have no idea how long this is running for. So I'm going to conclude this current video to just say that I like the song Can't Buy Me Love by the Beatles. That's such a great song about money. As well as I like the lyrics about money inside of Dust in the Wind. Dust in the Wind by Kansas, a 1970s song. I like the part where it mentions about the money in there in the middle. With beautiful melody, very daunting, heartfelt song. Both of them actually, all kinds of songs. Music is universal. Music brings the world together when so much other division brings us apart, unfortunately. Yeah, that was concluding about the money parts of the two songs. So at this point I'm rambling, so I hope you invest in the CDs, and I will see this, and I hope you're enjoying this as you watch this on my 39th secular birthday, and I'm about to record Monday, July 22nd's video, so yeah, I'll see you in the next videos, and be kind and excellent to one another, and of course, everybody dance and have a good time. This is Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC, giving you some solid financial advice that'll help you years down the road. Peace out.